you YouTubers out there, guess what? This just recently came to my attention, so this is going to be video number 2 today. One of my friends on Facebook, her mother doesn't speak any English. Her father translates for her mother and needed to set up a doctor's appointment. Well, they go and talk to a doctor. His name is Vijapura. Vijapura. Okay. He's Hindu, Indian. The receptionist has to be white or African American, somebody that lives in the States and is born here. Because listen to where I'm getting with this. They told my friend's father, whose last name is Rodriguez, to call back when they know how to speak English. Yeah. This is in Tampa, Florida, by the way. You think racism is just in one part of the world or another? It's everywhere. Tampa, Florida. Vijapura. I gave you the spelling of it. You guys can sit there and dig if you want to. I have the information. I am going to check back on legal stance to see if I can post it. It's a public number. So, should be just like, hey, look, this receptionist did this. Now, I do not know the name of the receptionist. But she's going to wish she had never done this. Because they are on steps to sue. Now she's trying to play the victim, stating that my friend started the whole fight. And she has the whole thing recorded. Well, that's great, because she should have the phone call that before hers recorded. So, Ashit Vijapura. That's the doctor's name. Go ahead and call down to that office. Go ahead and find out. Tampa, Florida. Go down and call that office. See what the heck is going on. And if you ask the receptionist if she's the one that told somebody to learn English, be prepared to be hung up on, because that's her forte. So be forewarned, this is going to be fun. But I'm not going to put out name and phone number and address and the whole 9 yet, because I'm going to check my butt first. But as soon as I find out if it's a yay or a nay, I'll change the description below. It's right down here. Okay? So, yeah. This is some bullshit. People are people. And they have the right to choose whether they want to speak this language or not. And to the people at the doctor's office, oh, you're getting a slew of shit coming your way. So, and I'll post some other stuff up along with this, too. Like, oh, the picture of the doctor's office, if I can find one. And the picture of the doctor, because I know he wouldn't want to be represented with this. Well, honey?
Also a statute, because it's required to speak Spanish in Florida.
Yes. And a legal statute in Florida requires you to have Spanish-speaking people in your facilities. And you are supposed to be given a translator or have one there with you. And they won't even allow anybody in there to translate for her. So, yes, this doctor's office has got problems. I mean, hell, I'll even put on a Yahoo rating or Yelp or whatever. I know Yelp's not the best thing anymore. But this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, this is Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida is close to where, ladies and gentlemen? And it's not just because of that. Come on. I know this is American. I know this mainly speak English and Spanish. Don't get confused, everybody. And don't sit there and do your Donald Trump bit and try to sit there and tell everybody that you're right and everybody else is wrong. The federal government, even though we complain that they're wrong, they aren't wrong. Especially when it comes to this shit. Don't tolerate this stuff. Stop the racism. Stop the stupidity. Seriously. I'll post pictures of the rant and rave here later. And it'll be like 2 seconds for you guys. But seriously, you find out the information on this yet? I'd give them a phone call. Preferably right before closing. Either that or they do have voicemails. Call after hours. Call late. Give them an earful. Okay? Call the news. Oh my goodness. Honey, the friend that has this, if you're watching this, call the news. Call every single news station you can get your hands on and tell them exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. I bet you they will eat it up. Guarantee you. But be posting information. Hopefully. Peace out, babies. Remember I said we get to each other, we're all we've got left. This does not include this person. She didn't get the memo. So make sure she sees the error of her ways. Later.
2 hours later.
So, anywhoozers, I have an update. Yay! Let's see. My friend called the doctor's office. And pretty much the whole entire doctor's office is siding with the receptionist. Yeah. And that's bad. So that means the hospital that this doctor is associated with is getting a bad reputation as well. So, yeah. Since I'm going to be posting pictures here of of the doctor and the doctor's office and their phone number and their address. Yes, I can do that. I have legal grounds to do so. You want to know why? Because it's a public phone number. It's freely given out. And so, and I have reviews on there. WebMD doesn't even like this asshole. This is racism at its fullest extent. It does not matter. It doesn't matter skin color. It doesn't matter tall, short, fat, skinny, nothing. My last name could be Rodriguez or Martinez. And I actually have Martinez in my family. They're white as shit. You know, my cousins are not. They're mixed, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But, oh yeah. Really? My uncle was Dominican. And this is beginning to become some bullshit. You know, in the state of Florida, there are laws, federal laws, that state that you have to provide a translator of some type or have people that speak Spanish in the office. This is ridiculous. And if I could record myself and talk to the doctor's office at the same time, that'd be fucking hilarious. Oh my goodness. But since I can't do that because my phone just doesn't work that way, I do have something better. My friend, her name is Charyl. Okay, I have her post up here. It's going to be up here at the end of the video. Her name is Charyl. This is her parents, and this is what they are going through. Okay, please help spread this around. Spread it around enough to that this doctor's office and the hospital that, you know, associates themselves with them, gets the idea, gets the picture. This can't keep going on. This is bad for the doctor and his name, and this is bad for the hospital in their name. If they don't want bad publicity, they'll fix this shit real quick. And I mean real quick. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is uncalled for. This is childish. This is rude, to say the least. This is absolutely outrageous. And this has to stop. So right up after this is my friend's video, which she sent to me, so I can post on my channel and let you, all you lovely people, watch it. And on top of that, there are reviews. The doctor's name is Ashit. There's a joke in there, like she says in her video. There is a joke in there. He is a piece of Ashit. See that little pun I made there? And I forget how to pronounce his last name. It's probably not important since the guy's a jerk anyways. So, and then he's agreeing with his receptionist. And this is one thing I caught that was funny. is the receptionist says, well, we live in America and we speak English. But this guy is an Indian, India. He came from India. Doctor. His accent's thicker than her dad's. And you're protecting that one over this one? What are you doing? You can't pick one over the other and think it's okay. If you're going to be a racist, then you're going to cover everybody, damn it. Either that or you don't fucking do it at all. Sorry. You can't pick one over the other. Just because one pays you and the other one doesn't, or you think that doesn't. I love how you nurses operate, too. Well, we get our paychecks from the state, and we do this, that, and the other, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, we know where your paychecks come from. They usually come from our money. They were paying you to help us. Since you're just so much better than our money, I guess we'll take our business elsewhere, and patients, and you know, funding. Government funding. You know that there are laws and federal laws and mandates and everything that you have to go by before you open a practice, right? There's permits and there's things you have to sign that says, I promise not to discriminate against anyone that seeks medical treatment. I read that. I know that. I have aunts and I have a cousin-in-law that's a nurse and practices that. You can't discriminate. You're not allowed. You lose your job, your funding, your license, everything. Woo. I hate to see what the government and the hospital does to you guys after this. So by the way, I'm probably going to call them and warn them that they're going to be on YouTube. And not in a good way. So any of you twats watching this, good luck. But now, here's my friends. And be nice to her. Okay? Be nice to her, be kind, be gentle. Because I think this is one of the few times, if not the first time, she's made a video. Okay? But it needed to be done. Because this is getting out of hand. So, people from that doctor's office, you're going to hate seeing my face. And you're going to hate getting the phone calls. And a whole bunch of shit. Bye. On to my buddy. Be nice to her, you guys. Peace out, babies.
I don't know if you can see me, but I have this rant. Earlier today, my father called for my mother, who does not speak any English at all. And he called a psychiatrist called, he called a psychiatrist from my mom. I'm in the state of Florida, and my parents are in the state of Florida with me. He called a doctor called Ashit K, Vijapura. And yes, I know there's a joke hidden there somewhere. Anyways, he called that doctor to attempt to make an appointment for my mother. The lady who answered the phone automatically was rude. She began giving him excuses. She began to say that she is supposed to know English and that she can have a translator translate for her, nor does the clinic offer a translator. My father, who speaks English but with a very thick accent, you can say Tony Montana, Scarface type thick accent, spoke to her and said that that's fine, he can translate for her. She said no, pretty much. She said that they're in America and that he should speak English. My dad answered, yes, he speaks English and that's what he's doing. But the human trash didn't give him the chance to be heard. She had hung up. She pretty much called the primary physician and complained about my dad. While my dad and I, or mostly I, was calling Bay legal area and complaining about her. After we were done, I go and I call again to the clinic. This time thinking that maybe because I speak better English than my dad does, she would be less rude. And that I pretty much don't have that thick of an accent, or maybe slight accent. You might be able to hear it, but for the most part, I don't think I do. Anyways, as soon as I said my mother's last name, she gave me an attitude. She answered me with the, oh yeah, somebody called already for that name. And of course, me being upset because my father was disrespected, discriminated against, and pretty much the woman was racist towards him, I let my emotions get the better of me. And I called her a bitch. And I said that I was going to sue her, or that my family was going to. I don't know how long this lady in the clinic has been doing this. I might be wrong. I might never be able to sue the lady, but I want to be able to have social justice for what she did to my mother, who has dementia, anxiety, psychosis, and depression. She's 64 years old. She needs medical help. Or medical help. She needs mental health care. And we're poor. My mother, because of the fact that we live in Florida, cannot qualify for Medicaid. When in other states that are not Florida, she does qualify for it. She has Hillsborough Healthcare County thing. Anyways, the fact is that the administration from her primary care clinic took the racist human trash aside and pretty much didn't even give my dad the chance to explain what truly happened. I just want the chance to people who disagree with racism and discrimination give Dr. Vijapura or Ashit or shit Vijapura, like I would rather call him, the chance. Well, not the chance, but pretty much let him know what they think about racism and discrimination. We're not in the 60s. The man is a minority. He's Asian. He's Indian. Now, the lady who was in charge of his office, I don't know what ethnic group she is. All I know is what she did was wrong and disrespectful. She disrespected a 59-year-old man who served 16 years in the U.S. military. Who, yes, he does have a thick Latino accent. And yes, our last name is Rodriguez, and it is a Spanish last name. But we're Puerto Ricans. By being Puerto Ricans, we're automatically American. We should not have to go through this. It's not 1960, 1961, 1962, 1963, or 1965, or late 60s. We're in 2015, going on to 2016, and we're still going through this? Come on. It's hard enough. It still amazes me. All I know that I can do, even if I end up getting sued, I don't care, because I'm doing this for my mom. She deserves better. She deserves respect. Mostly because she's an elderly woman. And because I'm losing her to dementia. I don't know how long she has. So what little time she has, I want to be able to spend it with her. for as long as I can. The doctor's name is Dr. Ashit K. Vijapura. He's a psychiatrist at 1954 West MLK, meaning Martin Luther King Boulevard. So it is 1954 West Martin Luther King Boulevard, Tampa, Florida 33607. And even if you can give them a call and give them your opinion on racism and discrimination, go ahead, because the phone number is 813-754-1496. Just because my mother or my family is poor and my mother does not speak English and my father has an accent when he speaks, it doesn't mean we're less than human. We have our rights. I mean, my daughter's mixed. She was born in the States. My nephew is also mixed, and he was born here in the States. You know, we were born in U.S. territory, automatically making us Americans. Yes, my mom is from a prior generation where the English education wasn't as strong as it is nowadays, but still, you know, we have our rights. And so if you guys can give them a call, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Falling to pieces, but I need this, yeah, I need this. You're my fault, my weakness. When did you turn so cold?